Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to discuss the case for the indeterminate form for limits. Here we have the example, limit when x approaching 1 for the function square root of x minus 1 over 1 minus x. First, substitute the value into the function and we will have square root of 1, which is 1, minus 1, 0 as the numerator, over 1 minus 1, again we will obtain 0 for the denominator. So for this case, it's considered as IDF, or we can say indeterminate form. So there are several strategies that can be used to solve this kind of problem. Number 1, multiply by the conjugate. Number 2, factorize. Number 3, long division. So for this case, my suggestion would be multiply by the conjugate. So limits when x approaching 1, we have square root of x minus 1 over 1 minus x. And the conjugate will be square root of x plus with 1. Same goes to the denominator. So next, what we have to do is to expand on the situation. So please take note. Do remember, only expand for one part. So for this case, we only expand the numerator. So limit when x approaching 1, by having the expansion, so we will have x plus square root of x minus square root of x minus 1 over 1 minus x square root of x plus 1. Simplify the situation. So limit when x approaching 1, we will have x minus 1 over 1 minus x bracket square root of x plus 1. Do some modification so that we can simplify the situation, which is factorize the negative. So we will have limits when x approaching 1 negative bracket, we will have 1 minus x over 1 minus x bracket square root of x plus 1. So notice that we have a common terms, so we can simplify. So finally, limits when x approaching 1 negative 1 over square root of x plus 1. Substitute the value and we will have negative 1 over 2. So as x approach the value of 1, the value of the function fx approach a value which is negative 1 over 2. Here we have another example for this video. Limit when x approaching negative 1 for the function x squared minus 1 over x squared plus 1. First, substitute the value into the function and we will have 1 minus 1 over 1 plus 1. So finally, limits when x approaching negative 1, x squared minus 1 over x squared plus 1, and we will have 0 over 2. For this case, kindly observe, it is not indeterminate form. So, limits when x approaching negative 1, x squared minus 1 over x squared plus 1. Since this is not an indeterminate form, as we all know, 0 over 2, and we will obtain the value of 0. So as x approaching the value of negative 1, the value of the function fx approach a value which is 0. So here we are, and thanks for watching.